What is up, cool cats of the interwebs? It is your girl Haley back at it again with another episode of your favorite podcast, the Pre-Review Crew. We have been gone for a little bit, but our summer break is now over. We did things, we went new places, we saw really cool people, we stuck our feet in the ocean. And now we are back to our normal lives, and I can't play mermaids anymore, so now I'm sad. But anyway, let me introduce my cast of characters. Like always, we have Brennan,
Hello.
and we have Mike.
Uh,
Brennan also has a puppy named Tulip.
Yeah, I do. He's
He's gonna start crying. Anyway, let's move on before he does. So, we have a very long review section. We're gonna try to keep it very, very short because this is for May and June. So let's get right into it. We are going to talk about Fantasy Life I, The Girl Who Stole Time, action adventure role playing game published, developed by Level 5 Entertainment, or Inc. PC, PS4, PS5, Xbox Series S and X, Switch. Came out on May 21st with an 85 top critic average and 96% of critics recommending.
all right. So I played the shit out of this one. I didn't finish it because stop trying to chew on my phone. Jesus. Sorry. Tulip's having a moment right now. Um, I played a lot of this. I'm gonna be really distracted this whole time. I'm so sorry. I played a lot of this one. I didn't finish it, but it was like a lot. I don't know. Like I remember the first game being really fun, but there was something just so absolutely satisfying about this one, um, where I don't even know how to like explain it. The map was like way bigger than I thought it would be. It's not only just like this little island that you see in the marketing material. There are more islands, and then there is also like a bigger continent that you can kind of explore and ride your mount on and stuff. It's There's a lot of stuff to do in this one. So I think like for the price, it's definitely worth it. And I don't know, a lot of people like it. It's got a 96% of critics recommending. I think that this does hit a certain casual sort of crowd where if you like that sense of constant progression, skill trees, and like if you really like something like RuneScape almost, where like you kind of have different jobs that you kind of switch between, because in Fantasy Life I there's the miner, the woodsman, but there's also crafting jobs like the carpenter, the ow, stop biting me. Holy shit, dude. Sorry. I forgot what I was saying. There's like manufacturing jobs, and then there's also combat centric jobs like archer, um, paladin, soldier. It's like a big two-handed sword, and then like a magician. And you can change all of these on the fly, like as you're walking around. It's really fun, and there's just this nice sense of progression that you go through with each of the jobs, and every system kind of like works together to sort of, I don't know, kind of come full circle. Like you'll use some mining crafting materials in your carpeting recipes, and it's just one of those things where mechanically everything just kind of blends together, and I really enjoyed it. I can see why people rated it as highly as they did. That's it. That's all I have to say about this one. Is good. Is good. It's a solid 8 or 9 out of 10 for Brennan.
I This is definitely on my wish list and I do want to pick it up. Um it's just finding time because I've been like looking for like another sort of um like campy fun job based game because again I'm always on the search for something that's Stardew but not Stardew, and I think this would be a lot of fun.
Totally. Exactly. If you're looking for something very casual, very laid back, like it's very, very low stress. there's no like energy system or calendar system or whatever. It's pretty much just go and do what you want when you want, and it's that might sound like something that you might enjoy.
It's really cute. Like I really like the how colorful it is and how bubbly it is.
Hmm.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of I think we talked about this too like forever ago, but it kind of reminds me of the what was it, the Link's Awakening
Mm-hmm.
Switch port. It's like oddly reminiscent. It's not quite the same, but it's just a little reminiscent, especially with the camera angle too. That plays a big portion of it.
Yeah, especially because like one of the main things I noticed looking at this game and looking at it now is just that art style is incredibly adorable. Like, if there's one thing that's really pulling me in, it's that art style.
Yeah, I mean, and it's the art style, it's the designs of all the characters too. Um, I don't know. It was a joy to listen to look at, to play, like all around. Definitely one of the best games that I've played this year, and I don't say that lightly.
So if somebody wants a nice little life sim, you'd recommend this?
Totally. Like a fantasy life sim? Absolutely. Yes. Well, it's even called Fantasy Life. So yeah. If you're looking for a fantasy life sim, yeah, man, this is it. Jesus, Brendan.
Okie dokie. So definitely keeping my eye on this one for if and when it goes on sale because we're all about a good deal in today's economy. And speaking of a good deal, well, maybe not so much, but Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Tactical Takedown, tactical role playing turn based game published and developed by Strange Scaffold, came out on PC on May 22nd. It sits at a 78 top critic average with only 74% of critics recommending.
So the whole reason I wanted to look at this game was just because I've been a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles fan literally my whole life. I think my dad had me watching the cartoon when I was like 2 years old. Um, so anything Turtles comes out, it's something. But looking at the reviews, people are saying it's a good game, but at the same time, it does have its flaws. That like one GameSpot said that um, it's a sweet tactics game, but it feels like there's a foundation for something bigger. And just watching more of the videos they put out since the last time we talked about this game. That's what it looks like. Is yes, there's a really good strategy component, but at the same time, it feels kind of bare bones.
I mean, I didn't really have any expectations for this game. Like, I was like, oh, that's cool, but like, is there really anybody who's interested in something like this?
I I love Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, but I don't think I would ever really play a tactics game. Like, I mean, again, and that's just me, but I grew up with like the side scroll and beat 'em ups, and that's usually what I think of when I think Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle games. Tactics is not exactly like I'm not thinking XCOM, you know what I mean? When I'm thinking Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So I imagine that most people probably had something similar in mind, right? Like, I don't know. And I keep reading the same thing too, is that it's just like it's very kind of bare bones,
Mm.
but it's just a teenage TMNT flavored tactics game, which again, if you really like the property, maybe that would bump up the score a couple points. But as a tactics game itself, it doesn't seem like it does anything new or unique. Um, like it's not like Into the Breach or XCOM or someone, even the gamer mentioned Expedition 33, And it's like, I don't even think you could put the two on in the same sentence. Like, that just seems really strange that those two games are in the same sentence at all. Like, they're nothing even remotely close to being similar.
Yeah, I'm looking at that and I kind of don't understand the comparison, but yeah.
I honestly, looking at the other games that this company has sort of like put out, there's they're a bit wild, so like this one's called Click Gold. Like, excuse me? That's weird. Anyway, honestly, it just seems like I don't know if Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is just one of those IPs that just like gives to anybody, but it's just like this company that hasn't really made a serious game before and hasn't made, you know, a turn-based game before. We're just like, hey, let's make a turn-based game. Okay, that's great. But you have no background in that. So like, what the fuck?
Looking at this, I'll just say it looks like there's better tactical games out there. I mean, yeah, I feel like Turtles. This is a nice little game to play. But at the end of the day, just looking at the reviews, there's probably better.
Oh yeah, I definitely have to agree. I think if another company did this, I think it would have been a lot better. But I mean, it is what it is. Again, I feel like when you're making games, you really have to go like, do I have a market for this?
Hmm.
And slapping Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles on an IP, yes, that's going to give you like some hype. But then if you don't have gameplay, if you don't have story, if the music doesn't make sense, if there's no team action, when Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is a team, like, what's the fucking point?
Yeah, it feels like they were just completely banking on the fact that it's Turtles.
Exactly. But moving on from that disappointment, we're gonna actually speak about a game that I'm very surprised at these scores. It's Elden Ring Nightreign. Souls-like, of course, needs no introduction. FromSoft and Bandai Namco, PC, PS5, Xbox Series S and X, May 30th. 81 top critic average with 77% of critics recommending. Now, I have seen gameplay of this. I thought it was really cool. I watched a lot of lore videos and things like that, so I thought that was really neat. I am surprised about these scores. But I feel like I don't understand why the scores like are a little bit lower because like they're up there, but an 81, like I don't know. I expected that to be higher.
So a lot of
Um,
you go first, Mike.
I was about to say, I feel this. Not as many people were asking for a multiplayer Souls game as they were thinking. I don't know. I did watch a lot of gameplay. I watched a lot of Siriax and Afro Senju play this game, and it looks fun, but it just doesn't feel as what's the word I'm looking for? As like polished as the original Elden Ring was. Like they were just like, oh hey, some people are asking for a multiplayer Souls game. Let's just make something really quick. And that's what it felt like this was. Um, and I don't like that they made it a Royale game. Like they could have done better. I don't know. In my opinion, they could have done better.
Yeah, I was really skeptical about this at first. Kind of like what Mike said. Like, I was not really looking for a three-player roguelike battle royale Elden Ring. That, like, on paper, that sounds like the dumbest shit I've ever heard. And while people did have fun with it, A lot of people complained that the oh my god, this dog, dude. Um, People complained that the solo play was not great and like not balanced, and I mean, obviously not because it was designed to have three players, right? Like, so I don't know who exactly to get upset at with that complaint. Like, maybe FromSoft should have, thought of the people that just kind of wanted to play it by themselves that don't have three friends. Because I think too the problem is that you either need to have two other friends, which is incredibly hard to have nowadays. I think it's probably easier to buy a house than it is to get genuinely good friends,
Holy
but that's
shit.
just me. Um, that's not a knock at anyone in particular either. I'm just being serious. It's like that's tough. Um, and then but so then if you don't have that and you want to have the full experience, you're tossed into this game with two other randos, and I feel like this is kind of one of those games where communication is key. If you're fighting the boss, you kind of need to know and like be able to speak to your other teammates, right? And I just don't think that there's anything like that here. So that on top of the no solo play, on top of the it just kind of being repetitive over and over. And honestly, like when the game first came out, there was a lot of buzz, and I feel like the buzz around this game died off as quickly as it came because everyone just kind of, oh Jesus, you scared the shit out of me there, doggy. I'm sorry. Um, oh, oh, brother, it's not that hard to find a spot in my lap, but okay. Um, I'm so sorry. I'm gonna complain the whole time. I'm so
This is
sorry.
amusing.
It's been a whole week of my life just gone. Um, is I don't even remember what I was saying. You guys remember what I was saying? I don't remember.
Hype!
Oh, hype. Yeah. Oh, everyone just kind of like beat the game and then that was it. Like they're just like I'm done. Like there never seemed to be like a reason to continue playing. I feel like roguelikes the whole point is to like slowly get better over time. Like you don't beat Hades on your first run. You beat Hades in
Yeah.
your first like 50 runs or something. Especially because the game kind of like opens up slowly the more in the beginning at least after you die and die. Elden Ring, Nightreign, I feel like you could just kind of sit down and probably finish it if you have a really good group. You could probably just finish it in like less than a couple runs. Again, I'm saying that speculating, but like I know a lot of people that did finish it early and then they're like, okay, what next? So like that doesn't. I remember a lot of people. Um, they were going back and forth on whether or not it was good. Most people were like, yeah, it was good, but the price though, is it good for the price? And a lot of people were kind of divided on that. So I'm not really surprised about these scores. This kind of landed in that like hot middle zone where I kind of thought it was because again, how can you top to me, Nightreign was never going to be better than Elden Ring, right? Like, there's, it just, there was just no universe where I could see that happening. So I think this sits where I kind of thought it would. Um, I want to have nothing to do with this game. Like this dog, I want to have nothing to do with this game. Um, I probably should avoid it at all costs.
Yeah, because when I'm playing a Souls game, I'm not thinking multiplayer. I'm not thinking, hey, I want to get friends to play, not Elden Ring. I'm sitting there play by myself, get a couple hours, some me time. So to me, Night Rain just was, I didn't ask for it. It was, I don't, yeah, I just don't think a lot of people, there were mods for Elden Ring to do multiplayer, but I think as far as a battle royale, three-person team game, I don't think, this was something that the fan base really wanted.
No, yeah, I
I
I don't want this.
I think it's weird that they picked three people. Like, I feel like four is a better fit. But not only that, like, I feel like it's a game that they thought, like, oh my god, the fans are going to love this. And the fans were like, we didn't ask for it, but we'll give it a shot. And then it was just, oh, okay. And what kills me about the pricing is it's $40. This is
Mhm.
essentially like DLC, not really DLC, but like just an extra game mode for Elden Ring, and it has its own DLC. DLC for
Yeah,
the DLC.
yeah,
Makes no fucking sense. And to get that content, it's $55. It's $15 more than the standard edition. What? What the fuck?
yeah. I would have preferred a second single player expansion.
I would have just preferred them to literally do anything else. Like I would have preferred a Bloodborne racing card game instead. I'm not even kidding. People have made that, by the way. There's like a PS1 remake of Bloodborne cart. It's genuinely hilarious, but like I feel like people would like that. I would have liked that more than this. I mean, I know I also understand that I'm kind of in the minority here. Like I do know a lot of people that were excited for this. Um, but I want to say that the people that were excited about this, um, I don't know. I don't want to say that they like. I don't know. I really don't want to say what I'm about to say next, so I won't. But it just kind of made sense that the people that liked this liked it, and I mean that in the vaguest way possible. I don't want to say it was like it's for casuals because it's not, but that's kind of who wanted it, you know. I don't know many people who played this, like played Demon Souls, you know.
Eh. I don't really. Meh. Meh, 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 meh. Uh, I'm just gonna speed run the next three titles and their information, and then we can just talk about them in a group. But for June, we discussed Rune Factory, Guardians of Azuma. It's an action RPG developed by Marvelous Inc., published by Xseed Games, came out on Switch and PC on June 5th. Currently sitting at an 81 top critic average and 83% of critics recommending. Then we did Date Everything, which is a dating sandbox sim developed by Sassy Chap Games and published by Team 17. PC, PS5, Xbox Series S and X, and Switch on June 17th. That has an 80 top critic average with 86% of critics recommending. And then we did Rematch, which is football or soccer. And that's a multiplayer game developed by Slow Clap, published by Kepler Interactive on PC, PS5, Xbox Series S and X on June 19th, with a 74 top critic average and only 55% of critics recommending. So I'm just going to open it up if anybody has anything to say about these three or a specific one.
All I'm gonna say is Date Everything surprised me. I thought that game was gonna be terrible. I thought it was gonna do way worse than it did. Um, yeah, it just blew me away that people want to have sex with their vacuum cleaners.
I was also kind of surprised. I think I remember seeing. I could be wrong, but I remember when it came out, it came out to like overwhelmingly positive reviews, which I was not expecting at all. Um, Rematch, I thought was gonna do a little better, but a lot of people are saying that like it just doesn't really have a lot there, and it got kind of boring pretty fast. Um, that was a bit disappointing. And Rune Factory, I could talk about that game for half an hour, and I know that I don't have time, but all I'll say is if you were between Fantasy Life and Rune Factory, I would very much almost 1000% Fantasy Life recommend Fantasy Life over Rune Factory. Rune Factory changed way too much, in my opinion. I wasn't super thrilled about it, you know, where the direction that they were taking the spinoff in. I'm really hoping that like very minimal things get reflected in Rune Factory 6. Just play Fantasy Life instead. You'll have a better time.
Um, date everything, honestly, like I'm so happy it's getting the love that it is. They're actually playing it on GT Live and I'm watching it and the people in the chat are just eating it up. And the vacuum cleaner, mwah, I'm gonna get this game just so I can date him. That man is hot. Anyway, Rune Factory, again, I have no interest in it. But I'm gonna take Brennan's advice and definitely get Fantasy Life. I'm already looking into getting it for cheap. And Rematch, it's not doing anything new in my opinion, and I didn't really see it going well to begin with. I feel like sports games really have a niche, and if you are not sort of like almost like FIFA level basically, then you're not going to make it. And I feel
Yeah, I
like
just
that
oh,
niche is also with like that's with any sports game in all honesty, any sports game, but also racing games. Like if you're not like Forza level, you're not going to do well.
yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
But now we are going to kick it over to August. Ooh, who is that? Oh my god, he's the electrical box. He's not cute. Anyway, so sorry, I'm getting distracted. The first game for August is going to be Echoes of the End. It's an action and adventure third person game developed by Mercure Games and published by Deep Silver. It's coming out on PC, PS5, Xbox Series S and X on August 12th. Now, from what I read, and I don't know if this is true or not, apparently this game has been in development for years. Like, years. Hold on. Let me find the exact date.
Brennan's gonna share opinions last on this one.
Apparently
It'll
development on this one started in 2016.
Oh, oh. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
I am honestly still trying to figure it out. Um but I picked this game because it looks, in my book, interesting. I feel like it's giving me sort of like a Dragon Age vibe.
I was thinking Witcher.
That too, I can see it. Um so I'm definitely interested in the game. I'm definitely interested in seeing how it plays out. I think the characters are like really cool. I think the main character is actually like super pretty. Um I wanted something that I hadn't heard of when looking at games, and I saw this and I read that it has probably been in development for that long, and I was like, oh, okay, you've been in development for that long, but why haven't I heard of you?
Hmm.
And that's, I think, the one thing that has me most curious about this game and how it does.
Yeah, I'm surprised I haven't heard of it either. If it's been in development for that's what 9 years now,
Yeah.
you would think that there would have been more press about this game and a bit more awareness. Excuse me, I was like, um, and that's why like I said, I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. If this game's been in development for 9 years, why haven't I heard of it?
Mhm.
um before you said that, before you said 2016, I was gonna come out guns a blazing and say that this is just like a really cheap God of War knockoff.
Oh.
But God
Okay.
of War came out in 2018, I believe. So unless they did like massive changes at some point in development, Um, I don't know. I'm also not really sure how this game could be on the PlayStation 5, but development started in 2016. Again, I don't really. Can you fucking stop, please? Jesus Christ! She just keeps like trying to chew her foot off, and it's hitting. Now just stop! Don't look at me like that. Oh God. Sorry. Um. God of War. This looks like a God of War knockoff. I'm sorry. I don't see. I don't see this, and I'm not gonna say that it kind of reminds me of Forspoken, but it kind of reminds me of Forspoken. I'm not gonna lie. I'm sorry. It's not just because it's a female lead either.
Oh my god, yes. I have to agree with
it's
that.
more
Yeah.
just like how the game looks, like and the animations and stuff. There's nothing. It's pure coincidence that the leads are both female. Okay, that has nothing to do with it. But I'm just afraid that this is going to be another Forspoken, which was, on all honesty, probably a really shitty God of War knockoff. Let's be real. I hope I'm wrong. Can you stop eating my fucking pants? Sorry, my mic is catching shit that it just shouldn't be.
I'm trying to like translate this page, but the wiki page takes you to like an online article in Icelandic. I think that's what they call the Icelandic language, because that's where the company is from.
Okay.
So I'm trying to translate this PDF, but it's not working very well. So, um, I'm trying to figure out if that's when the company was founded, if that's when the game was published, or not published, but start development. Um, but yeah, so let's Google Translate. Google Translate is not helping right now. But anyway, um, but yeah, it looks really cool. It looks really unique. Well, not unique, but like it looks like a mix of a couple different games, and I don't know if that's going to be a good thing or a bad thing. And I think that kind of scares me.
Yeah, I think this is going to be one where we just have to see whether or not 9 years was, worth it.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I mean, I hope it does at least, mid, because I'd hate to have been working on a game for so long and to the point where I had to change the freaking platform I was developing for, and then the game just comes out and is a complete failure.
I agree. And especially for like a very, very small studio, like you would hate to see it fail before it even began.
Yeah.
So, okay, so it does take place in Iceland. Um, and I did see some comments that a lot of people think the combat's clunky. They said it looks like a cheap God of War with clunky combat. I can completely understand that, but again, I'm just trying to cut them some slack, I guess.
Mhm.
I want to see it do well, but eh, eh, we'll see. Okay. Oh, the company was founded in 2016. So, uh, God knows like when this actually started.
Mhm.
But still, like small company, I feel like a game like this is a very big like ambition and project to take on when you are a small company, because you're going and you're comparing yourself to a lot of these massive AAA titles that have the money, that have the staff, that have the time. And I want this to do well. Like, I really, really hope this does well. Because if it does, this is definitely going to be something that I pick up. Um, but I will be very disappointed if it turns out like a Forspoken.
Well, let's see if it can match up to the next two games we're talking about.
That is a great segue into the other two games that we have to talk about. But we're going to take it one at a time. But also, it's not fair to compare a brand new IP to IPs that have been around for years. And an IP that's been around for years is Gears of War. Specifically, we're going to talk about Gears of War Reloaded. It's an action third-person shooter. It is being developed by the Coalition, Sumo Digital, and Disbelief all together, and it is published by Xbox Game Studios. It's coming out on PC, PS5, Xbox Series S and X on August 26th. And PS, I don't know if you guys have noticed a trend, but we are really getting out of putting games on old consoles.
I'm surprised this is going to be on PlayStation. This was like, I normally don't like shooters, but I loved Gears of War. Like, it was the most bro video game I've ever played. Like, me and the homies would get together and just, yeah, we were, man, I don't even know how to describe it. But I am surprised it's coming to PlayStation. This is one of the reasons me and my brother got a Xbox was to play Gears of War. So it's, I'm surprised it's coming to PlayStation. But this is one I'm kind of really looking forward to because Gears of War 1, kind of changed how I looked at shooters, and I'm really excited, being able to have the opportunity to like play this game again. And it comes with all the post-launch content, all the maps, everything. So this kind of is the definitive version of the game to play, and I'm looking forward to, hooking up with the bros again and smashing some locusts.
How about you, Brennan?
Sorry, just had to fight off a chihuahua. Honestly,
Sorry,
dude, she's going batshit insane right now. Oh god, Gears of War is cool. I'm glad that it's on PlayStation. Wasn't expecting that one. Crazy.
Brennan
Woo!
just doesn't care.
I don't give a shit about Gears of War. I'm so sorry.
It's okay. I've watched a Gears of War game played by the Rad Brad a couple years ago. But I couldn't care. Like, to me, it's definitely one of those, like, OG shooters. Like, I remember, like, everybody being like, Halo or Gears of War. And I'm just like, I don't fucking care about either, but okay. Um, but is this like a remastered
yeah, it's a
re-release?
remaster of the first game.
Okay. Well, see, and you know what that reminds me of? That reminds me of when they remastered Alan Wake. And I was like, oh my god, they're just doing that to see, like, if people still really like Alan Wake. Why do I think that this is that? Why do I think they're trying to figure out if people still like Gears of War? To see
Could
if
be.
it's worth trying to, like, even funnel money into, like, a new Gears of War game.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, this totally could be that, but I mean, like I said, I love Gears of War, so I'm willing to try it out again. It's been a while since I played the first one. I haven't played the first one, and wow, when did that game come out? Like a long time ago. I'm old. Um, so it'd be nice just to shoot stuff again.
Mike likes big things that go boom. And speaking of big things that go boom, they normally come in a box. if you can carry them. And speaking of what's in the fucking box, it's Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater. It is a action adventure stealth single player game published and developed by Konami. It's coming out on PC, PS5, Xbox Series S and X, releasing on August 28th.
Yeah, I have to give a shout out to my brother. He is really looking forward to this. He was a huge fan of Snake Eater when it came out originally. I remember he got that game and just played the shit out of it. So it's interesting. To see this. I know I think they've done remakes of all the other ones. But it'd be interesting just to be able to play this game again. It has been a while since I played it. I played it when it first came out, so I don't know if maybe another throwback to when I was but a young boy.
I mean, I picked this game because I like Metal Gear Solid, but I fucking hate Konami with a huge passion. So I feel really conflicted about this one. I probably shouldn't have picked this one, honestly. Um, but I did. Now I have to live with that decision. Making a lot of poor decisions lately that we have to live through. I wish they would call this Metal Gear Solid Delta Chihuahua Eater, but that's just me. Um, God, I'm so sorry. I'm on one hand, I'm like, cool. I'm really glad that they take their pachinko machine assets and actually made a fucking game. Because that was insane when they, like, a couple years ago, they were like, oh my god, look at all these high res cutscenes of Snake Eater, but it's for pachinko machines, yeah, because we're a shit company. Sorry, I'm on a rampage today. Okay, fuck Konami. That's all I'm gonna say. I don't know why I picked this game. I think it's really funny too that Kojima leaves and Konami's like, "What the fuck do we do now? Let's make a zombie game. Oh, that flopped. Oh, let's make pachinko machines. That only does well in Japan. Let's remaster one of the better Metal Gear Solid games. That'll get people to like us again." I don't know if it will, to be honest. Maybe. I mean, people might just eat this up because it looks nice. I mean, I know I probably will, but I hate Konami, so I have to keep saying that in every other statement to let people know. Um, I don't know if I'm gonna pick this. Honestly, honest to God, on air, I'm probably going to pirate it. I'm not giving Konami my money at all, but I still want to play this game. Um, I would rather give a $20 bill to each of the developers and artists in this game than give any executives at Konami any of my money. My name is Brandon. I've approved this message. Fuck Konami. You owe Kojima so much, you pieces of shit. Anyway, this looks kind of good.
My only comment is, sorry, I'm trying to stroll through fucking lists of games that they've put out. And it's taking forever. Can we all just talk about how they haven't put out like an actual game?
Because they're dog shit.
Like,
No pun intended.
that's it's been, let's see, PS5, here we go. Um oh, they're doing what is Silent Hill Townfall?
They're doing a few Silent Hill titles within the next
Oh.
few.
But like
That's
again,
why
it's like, okay, they're pushing out new Silent Hill games, but like they won't make a new Metal Gear game, and I just think that's funny.
Well,
that's just because the
they
only
can't.
guy that could make a new Metal Gear game left the company years ago to start doing stuff with Norman Reedus.
Pretty much. They were like, he's just like, well, I'm gonna make my own Metal Gear Solid game, and he kind of did.
Yeah, he basically just said, "Konami, fuck you, and do my own thing."
Yeah, which again, great for him. Can we talk about Death Stranding 2 instead? I'm not gonna lie, I've been playing that game nonstop for the past like week. It's been amazing. Actually, yeah, that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna talk about the Death Stranding 2 for like at least 2 minutes straight. That game is amazing. I didn't think that there could be any room left for a sequel, and to be honest, not really. Felt kind of manufactured, but whatever. I'm a fucking loser. I'm gonna play any Kojima game. I mean that genuinely because I do really like Death Stranding and Death Stranding 2. But um, I really like it. I think that they kind of like it's not, I don't know, it is a sequel, but it's more a sequel narratively. There's not like a lot that has changed outside of the setting and the story, but gameplay wise, it's a bit more action focused. Or at least they bumped up the action to earlier in the game. Like the pacing of this game feels a lot more intentional than the first one. I think that they learned kind of from their not mistakes, but just like where the good parts of the game were at, and they front loaded Death Stranding 2 with that. So I enjoy that immensely. But yeah, it's not gonna like reinvent the genre or whatever. I mean, but because I think that it is also scoring fairly well, and I think that it's because people actually know what Death Stranding is now, and they can comment on how much it's improved on the first game. It's a lot of little quality of life stuff, but it adds up to be a more substantial sequel. That being said, though, I don't think that anyone should jump into the second game without playing the first. It is going to sound like complete gobbledygook. It's not going to make any sense to you at all. And I don't think that anyone would actually be able to appreciate any of the changes of the second game unless you play the first game. I don't want to be that guy, but I think you should play the first if you want to play the second. The gameplay is going to be really similar regardless. One takes place in America, and it's not really a spoiler, but the second one takes place in Australia and part of Mexico too. But that's just the beginning. It's mainly Australia, which is awesome. You get to fucking see kangaroos just jumping around, and people have funny Australian accents. And then there's a VTuber. One of the preppers in the game is a VTuber. It's really funny. Kojima is such a guy. That's it. That's my spiel. Play Death Stranding 2, please. He needs to make a third game.
You heard it here first. Please go buy Death Stranding. But that is the end of the preview portion for the upcoming month of August for all the games that we have to talk about. Now, before we kick it over to some final thoughts, we did skip July, and we skipped July because honestly, there wasn't any really good games out, in my opinion. But what we are going to do to mention July is quickly play a round of Smash or Pass with 3 games that did come out in July. And I have pulled up the characters that we are going to do this for. And hold on. Okay. Let me share my screen with the guys so they can see. Okay. So the first game that we are going to talk about is Angerfoot. As far as I know, this guy just kicks things and shoots
That's
things with a,
what it looks like. It's just a lot of kicking.
yeah. Oh, I thought.
Is that like a foot fetish thing?
I don't think so. But
It's a shame 'cause I
I
have
think he kicks things. But look at those legs. So that's a ball sack.
I don't know, man. I don't I don't really do well with kickers. I'm gonna have to say pass.
Look at that leg.
yeah. I got a pass here.
I'm gonna say smash just because he can smash me in between those thighs. The next thing that we're gonna talk about is Mecha Break. This is actually free to play on PC.
Smash.
This is one of the, not her,
Smash.
but we're smashing
Oh,
the
yeah, the
mech.
robot. Yeah,
We're
the
smashing.
robot. Smash.
Oh my god.
I'm smashing the robot. Yes.
Kind of little thing right there.
Yeah, I want that.
Oh my god. Okay, Mike. The
I am looking at
disappointment.
that little thing right there.
Gun.
It's an
Gun.
ultra heavy attacker. Come on.
Ultra heavy in some aspects, if you know what I mean.
Ooh. Um, I gotta pass.
Oof.
Ooh.
That thing looks like it's gonna bend me over and just wreck me. I'm not into that at this moment.
That's the point.
Maybe ask me in a couple days.
he needs
Dude,
a he needs a couple drinks first.
it's got that high caliber
Exactly.
turret, you know?
Okay, just because Brennan said high caliber current, smash.
Turret.
Turret, my
Turret,
bad,
turret.
sorry.
It's
Current
turret right
current
there.
turret.
It'll produce a high caliber current, yeah.
But also like smash the lady who's in it.
Nah,
Brennan's
I
into
I'm
don't.
not big on
robots.
fun.
I don't need to. I just need the robot.
Oh my god. Okay. Last one from the killing floor.
Smash.
The Killing
Oh,
Floor 3 actually. This like just came out.
um, is he funny?
It's his name's the Flesh Pounder.
Oh, um, do you
I
have
guess
a do
something he
you have like a solid 401k or something? Like,
He has knives on his hands and I think in his eyeballs.
how does he do with small children?
He probably kills them.
Oh, I'm gonna have to say, um, probably Smash for the rest of my life. I'm gonna put a giant ring on one of those knife hands.
I'm very concerned. I'm going to say pass because, well, I think I'd end up dead quicker than anything in the world.
No, he's just no. He looks like that, but he's probably actually really gentle.
Explosives, very high.
Me too, man. Guys, no, don't finish that. Jesus Christ. Oh wow. Oh,
Brennan is a high exploder.
I'll tell you guys that story afterwards. Oh, brother. I've seen a chart like this before. That's all I'm gonna say.
But those are just three random games that came out in uh July. So now that we are done with everything, let's kick it over to our final thoughts for all the months.
Um, this summer, outside of our little LA trip, has been just something else, man. I don't know. Look, if I didn't have Death Stranding 2 going on right now, I don't know where I'd be, what I'd be doing. So thank God for Kojima.
Yeah, I was gonna say just go play Death Stranding 2 right now, man.
Dude, it's
Unless you
so
get a
good.
Switch 2, play Donkey Kong.
Oh, I heard Donkey Kong was amazing, yeah.
I was playing it the other day. I should have talked about that game.
This is completely unrelated too, but there's been like a massive Persona sale on Steam, and I haven't finished Persona 5 Royal. I haven't finished Metaphor ReFantasio either, but I did purchase Persona 3 Reload for 55% off. And I'm on like the third full moon event now. I think I just finished it. I got Fuka. Fuka's in my party. And Persona 3 is an amazing game. Where has this been my entire life?
On the PSP.
Oh my god, who had a PSP? Jesus Christ! No, this game is fantastic.
I did.
Okay,
Yeah,
well, did
I
you
have.
play Persona 3?
No.
Yeah.
It's amazing. I had no idea how good it was.
I played Rock Band.
Dude, the music, oh, beautiful.
Yeah, so go play Death Stranding 2 and Persona 3 Reloaded.
Yeah. Don't foster a chihuahua.
Um, and then jizz when you see Fuka.
Dead.
She's not my favorite girl yet, but she's. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about Fuki. She's cute, but
Sorry,
I don't know.
she's pure waifu for me, man.
I mean, you like Futaba, so I can kind of see that. I feel like you
Yeah.
like the girl in the chair, you know, who's like controlling everything, the quiet girl in the chair who's just like super smart and shit. That's Mike's type. That makes sense.
Yeah, that's why I married one a month ago.
Yeah, you know what? I can see it now.
Anyway, go play Hello Kitty Island Adventure, and of course
Oh shit, I
Death
still gotta buy
Stranding
that.
2. Um, I don't know. I don't know. Honestly, my truthful opinion, I don't think any of the games that we talked about outside of maybe Nightreign are going to be nominated for an award at the Game Awards. I think these couple past months have sucked.
We're
And
talking about Date Everything's gonna win all the awards.
I honestly, I hope Date Everything gets like some sort of like indie award, and I hope Echoes of the whatever it was called, I already forgot already, like gets nominated as well, because I want to see that game do well. But outside of that, like, yo, what the fuck was this summer? What the actual fuck? But again, I feel like people don't put out games during the summer because we used to have the award shows, and that's when the games would be shown that are coming out. So I feel like summer's hit or miss, but I'm gonna stop blabbling now and and go play some Peak. I'm gonna climb a mountain. That is what I'm gonna do. So, this is your girl Haley, ending this episode of the pre-review crew. I hope you have a great morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are in the world, and we will see you here next time. Goodbye.
Bye.
I love you.